Hi everyone, Beck McQuilty here, Frequency Soul Collective. Welcome back. Last week was our first week back where we did the setting your goals and intentions for 2026. So now we're back into new training, proper training. We had the Thrive Tribe and the Frequency Soul Collective together last week. So for those of you who haven't seen that call, I think it's a really good foundation to set your year on because it really does set you up for success in whatever that looks like. I don't just mean financially, I don't just mean that within your business, but in all aspects. It just gives you that opportunity to really realign what it is that you want to achieve in all areas of your life. And the first time I ever did that training myself, I remember looking at the categories thinking, gosh, if I wasn't on that call, there would be so many things that I would have missed. So that was really important work. So to really value um, you, do take the time, if you haven't done already, to please make sure you sit with that and go through what it is that you're wanting to achieve. Tonight, I'm not doing slides. I just wanted to share. I will also share my screen with you in a moment. Just information around the website and also our distributor portal. So I will share my screen with you very shortly and we will jump into that. Just a few announcements though, particularly the main big ones. The first one is that don't forget we have free QLA sign up this month. Free QLA sign up is a huge opportunity to bring people in, even if they're only just wanting to be customers and just want to share it with a couple of people. It's not even about going out there and building big business or anything like that necessarily, but it really is about allowing them to come in for free and to be able to share. So they save themselves like $75. So if you've got PCs out there that have regular orders and their order this month is over 100 points, I would really be strongly encouraging them to up to a QLA. They only have to pay in 12 months' time a $49 renewal fee. But let me tell you, if they introduced one person or two people between now and a year's time, that's going to well and truly be covered. So from a systems perspective and a duplication perspective, we would always recommend that we bring QLAs into our space because, as I say, even if they just share with one person, if they share with one person the subscription, that's over a lot of money per year. My brain just went blank. It's over 600 US. I thought that, and then I questioned myself. I'm like, hang on, is that right? That's like over $1,000 a year that they're getting back. There is no other company on the planet that actually does that sort of a rebate. So that's what I would recommend. So just follow up even your people you already have and anyone new that you're bringing in. The Thrive Tribe side of things has been going super well. We've been onboarding lots of people into that space. So for those of you who have been energetically connecting and showing up, you too will be seeing the rewards of that. That call on Saturday was phenomenal. We have the recording now in the Frequency Soul Collective Education Hub. So please, for the people who couldn't be there, share that with them and really encourage them to jump on board before the end of January because they are going to get that free QLA, 49 US, about $75 Australian fee there. We also have Day of Discovery virtual coming up from the 6th to the 9th of March. For those of you who are wanting to join with us in person, there will be a very limited space for those who want to stay. So that's going to be super retreat style. If you've seen my live on any of those pages, oh my gosh, this house is mind-blowing. In fact, it's that mind-blowing that my daughter spoke these words out of her mouth. She said, for those of you who know my daughter, I would give up having a horse on the property to have this house. So how about that? Like, that's massive. She's willing to give the horse up. That house was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure she'd want a horse like across the highway on someone's land, but you know. So we will have, I'm trying to get like a funnel style thing just done up at the moment just to share information, pricing. The pricing is really reasonable. And I've done the math on it all, so hopefully I've done it well. There will be very limited spaces to stay. So if you want the full experience to stay the 3 nights, 4 days, that will be extremely limited to about 15 to 17 people, I think. But for those of you who just want to come for the day experience on the Saturday and the Sunday, please pop the dates in your diary now. So I think that's the 7th and the 8th of March. Let me just quickly check. I'd say that that's the case, but March, yes, 7 and 8. Please mark that in your diary now because you are going to want to be there. So it's going to be, I think, about $250 for the day ticket. That's for both days, not per day. That's for both days. And that will include just some light meals and snacks and a few drinks and things like that. So we will also probably, well, we will not probably have a branding shoot opportunity for you as well. So for those of you who don't have proper photos, you really do need proper photos when you're in business. So if you don't have those yet, I'll have pricing on that very soon as well. But if we get an abundance of people that say, yes, heck yes, I have to be there, it's going to be amazing, which it will be, we may even be able to sort of compensate some of that. So it may be a bit cheaper for you to do your branding photos, which would be awesome. So they're the two main ones. I'm off to Bali in a couple of weeks to go and find our new retreat space. My guidance tells me it's around the water somewhere. So hopefully I'm sure I will find somewhere really beautiful and amazing. And we're looking at potentially hosting that, Nancy and myself, around the July mark. So late June, early July, let's get out of winter. Nobody wants to be in the cold like that. We have to get out of here. So that's the plan. So now I'm just going to share my screen. So bear with me whilst I bring that up for you and share the screen over. And we're going to talk about systems. You know, I was on a call recently with one of our QLAs. Where is my share screen gone? That's so bizarre. The button is normally in the one spot and it moved. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not used to that. Okay. And one of the biggest things that she was saying to us was trying to have to do everything on her own. And the truth of it is, you are 100% do not have to do that. If you're showing up to trainings and you're seeing this information, you will know that we have everything done for you. Now, we are, well, the only team I know of in this whole of SolX that have this entire system built out. So when someone says, you know, what is it? How does it work? The best thing that you can do with them is to give them an experience, because not only are you gifting them the experience, you're also gifting them the time. This is time for you to be able to handle objections before they're given to you. It is time for you to be able to explain. And it's more than anything, it's time for you to be able to build value. Because anybody who sees value in what we offer will find the money to buy. I can assure you, if somebody is saying to you something is too expensive or they can't afford it, it is because they don't see value. I can assure you, I've seen things before and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not spending money on that. And then 2 days later, I'm at the store and I've spent double that on something else. I'm telling you, it's so, so true. So this is, sorry, I'm just letting someone in, but I'm not sure if they are a QLA or, anyway, just need to check if they're a QLA or a.
Yeah, I think it's someone that's joined our group.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I thought so. All right, so I'm just going to leave her. Thank you, Ellie. I'm like,
I just recognised that name from being in this morning.
Yeah, okay, sweet as. All right, well, she's super early, so good for her. That's awesome. So, but once you've booked a scan, you know, ready to jump on with them, whether it's before, during, or after, please make sure you send them to frequencysoulcollective.com. This website is our team website, and there is so much information on here. Please take the time to go through it. Now, can they purchase from this website? Actually, yes, they can. And when they do, and I would say to the people, you know, let's say Ali is my prospect, and I say to Ali, hey, Ali, I know that we're jumping on a call. I'm going to be doing a scan for you, but it'd be really cool for you to have a look at some of this information in the meantime, just so that when we jump on the call together, I can answer any questions that you might have. Now, I know you're not quite ready to get started yet, but if you see something that you like, just make note of what it is, and then I can get that organized for you. You don't need to do, go to the shopping cart or anything like that. The reason we have the shopping cart is really just for organic traffic, and that when sales start to go through there will be shared throughout the people who are working their businesses. So we'll really start rewarding people for that, which is amazing. So we have all of the information, not only about the scanner, but also about our Thrive Tribe gut protocol, which we have here, which is also known as the AO Trio with D3K2. Who are we? We talk about, who we are, what our mission is. People can read more there. We can talk about the different scan options, and people, again, this is more for organic traffic, can actually book scans here. Now, the good thing is if you're doing a free scan for someone because you're, shifting them into the software or whatever the case may be, they can actually see how much these scans are worth, which is really cool as well. It's, who is this for? We've got all different aspects. And I mean, we could add, hundreds more, because this really is, as we know, for everybody. But here we have, for example, the AO Scan Technology Digital Body Analyzer. You can click on here and it will actually take you to more information about what it is that we do. So knowledge is your guide. We talk about the comprehensive reports. We talk about vitals. Again, they can book scans here. When you're talking to someone, where are you directing them to? Where are they reading information from? Because let me tell you, if you don't direct them to somewhere, the chances are they're going to go and Google the information. And if they go and Google Solex AO Scan and another distributor's site comes up, the chances of you losing them is really high. So you really want to keep them, where you want them to find their own information. Yeah. So if I scroll back up, there is the entire section here at the beginning. We have testimonials. We have all sorts. They can find as much or as little information as they like. They can see the videos. It's the introduction to the AO Scan. They can see how it works. They can see testimonials. They can watch videos on each of the individual scans. And then they can actually put an inquiry in as well if they wish to. Just letting Bryony in. So that's all here done for you. Testimonials, everything is there. They can inquire about retreats, etc. Then the about section, I think that's always really powerful. It's definitely where I also send people to. And the reason that I do that is because this is where Lauren's story is. Pop a 1 in the chat if you have seen this video of Lauren Swenson and love it. He actually did this video for us. And this video, I think, has gone more viral than any other video that Solex has. I love that you guys have seen this. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. This would be the first place I would send people to. Yes, go on and check out the information of the technology for sure. But what we really want you to do as well is actually see who is the heart of this company. And the heart of this company truly is Lauren Swenson. So have a look at that information, find out who he is and his story, because it's super, super powerful. And I know that you guys would agree for sure. The history of Solex. Who are we as a collective? I love all these photos. Look at how many great times we've had. Like, oh my gosh. And we just keep getting more and more and more. I love this so much. That's my favorite part of the whole website is the gallery. We have some, well, imagine the photos we're going to have when we've got the Day of Discovery virtual that's not so virtual because we're doing it in person in March. Imagine the photos we are going to have from there and the content that you guys are going to be able to create. That's going to be amazing. So services, we've got a services section, which we've sort of looked at a little bit here as well anyway, but it just goes to show. And, you might not 100%, if you're not really doing scans and monetizing those at the moment, it's a really great opportunity for you to go in and learn more and click and click on there and see how much we're charging and the wording, and please feel free to utilize any of what we're doing. It's just as much yours as it is this is for the collective, so it's not for anyone in particular except for you guys. It's for everyone. So products, we won't worry about that because we don't want your prospects shopping there. And then the blogs. The reason we have blogs here is for words. And the reason that that's important is because that's what gives us the algorithm on Google. But the more people are going onto this site, the more it's going to rank in Google, because Google will see that it's popular. And then moving on to the members portal, this is where you are going to send somebody when they become a Quantum Living advocate. We're going to type the password here, which is Frequency Collective, with a capital F for frequency and a capital C for collective. Oh my gosh, I knew I'd done that wrong because I was talking. Don't talk and type at the same time, as I just did that again. See if I got it right this time. It's going to be a really short training if it doesn't work. Oh, Soul Collective, it's not frequency, sorry. So, no one pulled me up on that, sorry. Should it be Frequency Collective? I don't know. Anyway, it's Soul Collective. Don't mind me. Capital S for Soul, capital C for Collective. So, we have a brand new distributor. Her name is Ali. She lives so far away from me in Perth, the other side of the country. And she has joined with the Frequency Technology. And so I'm going to send her the website, and I'm going to say, click the members login, Ali. And then you can just click on AO Scan Technology, or just start at the beginning. Watch these videos. We've got a welcome video. Ali goes, oh, look, here's all of the groups that I need to join right here for me, ready to go. How amazing. Easy peasy. Ali's going to read all of the information. This is our welcome letter to the new distributors. Again, the heart of Solex. Look at that photo of Lauren when he was younger. How sweet. Again, here is that video. And that they may have seen this, like Ali may have seen this before, but she might just be super inspired to go, oh, you know what? That's right. There's that video again. I'm going to send that to someone. I think they'd really enjoy that. Just talks about your journey. Let's see if they've made the, oh yeah, we've made the, I was like, have we made the changes on here to the leadership team? But we have. So we've got myself, Paige Haynes, Amanda Adey, Belle Billinghurst, Ali Robertson, and Bronwyn Ferner as our leadership team at the moment. Always open to adding more people in for leadership. So if anyone is ever interested in that, please shout out. Then you get to choose your path. It's like choose your own adventure. I love this. So we're going to go AO Scan Technology for now, but for those of you who are focusing on product, then you would go high frequency food. So here you're going to remind yourself, oh yeah, that's right, that video, I could send that to someone. How to get started. Even if you've been a QLA with us for a while, I would honestly recommend that you take the time to go through and read this. You can't just sort of pass it off onto someone if you actually don't know what's in here. And you may even, now that we have this fully up and running, you may actually wish to get on a 20-minute call with your new QLA and just run through this with them, answer any questions, or maybe ask them to go through that first, and then you can answer any questions for them afterwards. I love that on here we have how to make the scanner relatable. So there are all different examples in here, heaps of them. How to introduce the AO scan and breaking down how it actually works. We have the business planner and the business tracker here for you to download and print out. Now, here in Australia, we have Officeworks, but no matter where you are in the world, there'll be somewhere that you can have it printed reasonably priced. Otherwise, Solex do print it for you as well, and you can have it sent to you if you really wish. We also have a 4-week roadmap. The reason that we started this is because we don't want people to be overwhelmed. So even if they are a practitioner wanting to bring this into their business, I would say to people, start with you. Like start learning for yourself, do the inner voice scan for a week and notice the difference, and then post a testimonial up in our testimonial group. Again, if you have testimonials, which I'm sure if you're using the software you do, then I really do encourage you to please make sure you put those testimonials up. We have the mind, sync, and body systems, vitals and comprehensive, and then getting into Cephi. Now, you don't have to do it in that order, but it's just so you're really doing it bit by bit. And then start thinking about who would benefit from the technology. We have a downloadable prospect email letter there. And then in here, I talk about the 3 different types of people when it comes to frequency and what categories to kind of work with and focus on. We talk about how to explain it, have your subscription paid for and start promoting, and then how to actually build an income. So we have 2 presentations here. So again, if you haven't taken the time to watch these and this is business for you, then it's really important that you do educate yourself on these things. Just some different script ideas. I don't like the word script, but you know, it is what it is. We're not saying copy and paste, but we're definitely saying take some ideas from us. You're brand new. Just, you know, learn as you go. We also recommend add, tag, and message. So add someone to our groups, tag them on a post you think is really, you know, great that you would want to share with them, or even the welcome, and then shoot them a message. So you could add them to a post, add them to a page, tag them on a post, shoot them a message and say, hey, I just added you to this group and, you know, thank you so much for accepting. We're excited to have you in there. I actually just tagged you on that gut health webinar that you were interested in the other day. So when you get a chance, just check it out. If you have any questions, just let me know. But I'll follow you up in a few days and see how you went if I haven't heard from you before. Right, so just different word tracks. Tells you all of the information about the scanner. This is where your 6-day experience pass information is. So if you're sending a 6-day experience pass to someone, you can actually be sending them these videos as well. These are videos that Paige and I did. If you're wanting to onboard practitioners, there is a 20-minute practitioner video. Can you see, guys, that everything is done for you here? There's all of the ideas for content for your posting on social media. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So there is heaps. So I really encourage you to take a bit of a deep dive into this. And then if we go to the top here, we have the same with high frequency foods, but then we also have a personal development training section as well. This is where we have done some trainings. This one is just an Eric Worre one. Oh my gosh, I really need someone to change the front of that one. Every time I look at it, I'm like, oh my goodness. But if you've never seen these videos before, these videos are with Denzel Washington and these ones are with Abraham Hicks. I really do recommend them as well as these 3 down here. These trainings were absolutely phenomenal. So these are trainings all around the superconscious. So we worked for a while with the Superconscious Sisterhood, which were really phenomenal trainings that worked with magnetic mind coaches. We've since shifted on from that just for now, but these trainings are really, really valuable. So again, this is the duplication. It's all here for you. If somebody emails me and says, hey, I ran into someone at the store, but I can't remember her name, but she gave me this website, which I would really hope doesn't happen, by the way, because we would always get their details and we would contact them, right? Not the other way around, my question would be, okay, cool. Where did you meet with them? What was the conversation? And then I would be putting it into our group, hey, that, you know, there was someone that met someone in Perth. So I would put it in the Perth chat, you know, can anyone resonate with this? And I'm sure that we'd be able to find the person. This is really for us to be able to, you know, direct the people. If they came to us, which we have actually not really had yet, we would be directing them back to you. So yeah, so that is how you duplicate your business. There is no need to reinvent the wheel. In fact, we really highly recommend not reinventing the wheel because it's honestly, it's just not necessary. It is something that you can utilize and follow and utilize to send your people to, and utilize yourself as well. Like if you're looking for the AO scan 6-day passes, then now you know where to find them, which is awesome. So that is training for tonight. We like to keep it nice and short and sharp and sweet. So please encourage your teams to jump on every Monday night for training.